Nice, huh? Wind. Anyway, yesterday in my group, in my groups, I created this new group. If you check my community tab on YouTube, I told you that I'm going to start this new group and people can join in. So this new group is primarily filled with predominantly people from India. India's population is so large that whatever you do, there'll always be an Indian. So most of my YouTube followers are in that group. Nice, bunch of nice guys. So yesterday what happened was, as I was uploading the video, I was waiting for it to upload. I had a few minutes in hand. So I just checked what's going on with my groups. 500 messages, 700 messages, checking, okay. Scrolling, what the hell is all this? So in this group, there are some Muslim boys. They're nice guys, they're not bad. But they really believe in their God. They really believe and they're very loyal and nice boys. They're not bad. Not bad means in the sense they have a good heart. So they were talking about Islam and Muslims and Quran, and so I got Kidagiri. So what I did is I said, guys, can I ask you a question? So they said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I told them, okay, can anyone prove it to me, anyone in this group, prove it to me that tooth fairies don't exist? Okay, tooth fairies don't exist, do not exist. Prove it to me that they do not exist. So everyone kept quiet. They're like, how can we prove something does not exist? I said, you can prove something exists, but can you prove that something does not exist? So everyone kept quiet and they tried to give some answer. Yeah, if you put your tooth under the pillow and no fairy takes it, means tooth fairy doesn't exist. They gave an answer like that. So I would have asked them, what about unicorns? So, we'd have gone on. But then I decided to cut it short and I said, okay, fine. So none of you can prove tooth fairies do not exist. Just like none of you can prove unicorns do not exist. The reason being is, you cannot see them, you cannot hear them, you cannot feel them like touch, can't feel them. There's no way you can't record them. So there's no way to prove that they exist. When something that you cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot touch, how do you prove it exists? So then that's why I said, that's why I always question the existence of God. You have not seen a God, you have not touched a God, you have not felt a God, you have not smelt a God, you have not communicated with him. How can you say he exists? And then obviously the bullshit answers you'll get. Oh, Loy, I feel he's here, I feel. Oh, I have talked to him. If you talk to him, means mentally you have some problem. I'm talking with somebody. Hey, hi, I can hear something. What here? You have no voices in your head, means you got a psychological problem. So then people say, Loy, they'll try to reason out with, Loy, what about love? Can you see love? Can you smell love? They'll come up with an argument like that. Yeah, love, they involve actions, right? And then you get some new smart asses who tell you, Loy, can you see cryptocurrency? Can you smell? So people come out with that logic. Oh, there I answer. Crypto is in a virtual world, but it's an agreement between two people that it exists, right? But nobody else can see it. So it exists only in the minds of these two, right? So then they realize, oh shit, okay, I'm digging my own grave. Then obviously people like to Google search and they say, oh, Loy, the jumbo jet, a jumbo jet was accidentally created. You would say, no, that is not possible. How can you create a perfect machine like a jumbo jet just by a whirlwind? Same way, how did the universe get created? Just by like that. Then if you use the same logic, if for every every thing that is created there is a creator, then who created the creator? Everything was created by somebody else, right? We go reverse engineering. So see, basically the God debate, no, it never ends. The reason being is, the people who are trying to convince you that there is a God, they were made to believe that this celestial being, this invisible force exists. And they were taught this when they were small children. Like for example, how do these people know that there is a God? How do they know? Because they were taught by somebody. That is why a Muslim who is born in a Muslim family, a child who is born in a Muslim family, speaks about Islam. A child who is born in a Hindu family speaks about Hindu gods. A child that is born in a Christian family speaks on Christian gods. So the religion that is true is dependent on which household that person was born into. But the fact remains, nobody has seen a God, nobody has heard a God, nobody has touched. We all have this as a figment of our imagination, that yes, there is a God. Like if I tell you, listen, I met this person, but you can't see him, you can't hear him, you can't talk to him, you can't smell him, you can't sense him, but he's there. You look at the person and think, something gone wrong with you or what? So when we use common sense for something as simple as this, we can't use common sense for a God. And then the only proof that they have when they know that they are cornered, in our holy book, it's written. It's like you are advertising material for your own religion. We need to believe that. Then why don't you take a Hindu book to prove Islam exists? Why don't you take a Christian book to prove Allah exists? Or, come on, man. The problem is, people don't use common sense or logic when something is close to their heart. The challenge or the problem with religion is, you are indoctrinated or given these theories right from a small age as a small child. Just imagine you have a small child, let's say my baby girl. I don't teach her any religion. When she grows up, you think she's going to believe that there is a God? Let's say that I never teach her anything about a God. She's going to live a whole life without any knowledge of any God. Then obviously you'll be like, I know there are questions. Roy, how was this world created? Who created you? Where do you go? The answer is, I don't know, you don't know. So when I don't know and you don't know, the answer by default doesn't become, so then Islam is true. What the fuck are you talking? Why Islam should be true? Why Hinduism cannot be true? There are 3,000 gods. 3,000 gods or more. So 2,999 are fake. Only yours is true? Come on, man. This bias will forever remain. The debate about religion will never end, no matter how modern, how much evidence you provide people. Today we have video cameras, we have audio recording devices, we have so many things that can prove a thing exists or not. The closest we have come to proving something exists is UFOs. But then again, when you dissect the images and all that, you realize, no, this is not good enough. So at least, there you have images and you have something to show. This God thing is what? Anyway, those boys are not bad. They are nice guys. But just silly, man. Then this poor fellows are sending me private message. Please, sir, read this, read that, and this link, that link. I know that their heart is in a good place. Their heart is in a good place, but I mean, come on, man. If I tell you, Ooga Booga Man exists, Boogie Man exists, here, read this, you'll be like, what the fuck? And then, are you going to spend 1 hour just reading Ooga Booga Man exists from the book of Ooga Booga? You'll say, this is bullshit, right? The God that exists is not able to save people from Syria. The God that exists is not able to heal people from COVID. The God that exists cannot feed the hungry. The God that exists cannot save your ass when you need him. He's selective. Who needs this kind of God? Just as it's no point having a friend when he's not there when you need him. Who the hell needs a God who's never there when you need him? What unconditional love? This is bullshit love. Even my dog gives me better love and loyalty than this somewhere being God will punish you. God will punish you. If I die, your God killed me or devil killed me. Some people say I'm the jinn, the devil. You know, like some people say you're the Illuminati. Yes, I'm the president of the Illuminati club. Are you interested in membership? Anyway, so what I wanted to tell you, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please prove it. It's very interesting to listen to your proof that Gond, G-O-U-N-D, Gond exists. Remember, Zeus, Amun-Ra, Thor, all these other gods, they also exist. What about Superman, Spider-Man, Star Wars, Darth Vader, and Ooga Booga Man. That's my God. Like, before I end, I told these guys, my girlfriend always believed God exists. She's saying, how? When we were having sex and she was about to climax, she always said, oh God, oh God. See, God does exist. Bad joke, no? Anyway, you guys take care. Let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. Ciao.